A lot of people play like this. Our Stephen Gallo went to Bloomingdale this week to meet a young man who's always had a love for the game, despite the health challenges that he's faced.
As soon as he was old enough to stand in front of us with a glove on his hand, we'd toss the ball to him, let it land in his glove, let him take it off, grab it, and throw it back to us,
11-year-old Carson Lane was raised in a house with 4 brothers and a family that is all about sports. But the day he was born, his parents were afraid things might be different.
The doctor told me that he flat out said, "You're lucky he's alive."
Carson was born with Erb's palsy. The nerves in his shoulder were torn in half during birth, leaving his left arm paralyzed. After 3 surgeries, he's now regained about 40 to 50% use of that arm. And it turns out part of his healing and growth has come from playing baseball, even in the hospital.
And we annoyed so many people for so long, but if I could get him to use his arm in any way, I would get him to hit off a plastic tee. And he didn't realize he was doing physical therapy, but he was using that left arm.
And he hasn't looked back since. As you can see, he's had to adapt and play with, well, unorthodox mechanics, but that hasn't stopped him from practicing with his dad and grandfather almost every day. He's played ball on several school, travel, and community teams since the age of 5.
It takes a lot of teams a while to even figure out he does anything different. I mean, he does it so seamlessly.
To the point that he keeps up and even performs better than a lot of other kids with his switch-up style of catching and throwing. A style that's now second nature to him.
I really don't understand how other people do it now. It just became natural.
Natural in the same way it was for one of Carson's role models, Jim Abbott, a former professional baseball player born with one hand. And though his mom wants him to go to college first, of course, Carson's ultimate dream is to play in the MLB too, just like Abbott.
I'm more proud of his work ethic and the fact that he doesn't give up and has a no-quit attitude. Has a lot of, that's more what you hear about him. He can play, but you hear more about his heart than you do anything else.
And with a heart like that, his family says no dream is too far afield for Carson. Stephen Gallo, WTOC News.
Great kid right there. What a catch. All right, Carson, he's in the 7th grade this year at Memorial Day School, and as it turns out, Memorial is having a middle school baseball team for the first time this year, and you guessed it, Carson is already signed up. Best of luck to him. Well, our news coverage continues with Jody Chapin now on The News at 6.